Hey folks, and welcome to another Sasoi spikeboarding tutorial and demonstration. Look at that beautiful sky, none other than Colorado, and those are the beginning of the Front Range. We are in Golden, Colorado on a golden beautiful day, and we are on Man with a Van. That is the name of this figure eight, and we are gonna spike this guy without a cross. So it's a figure eight, and we're just gonna pinch it in the middle, and it's kind of two squares sort of catty corner from each other, and in the middle we're not going to cross it, we're just going to sort of come into the middle and go around. So we're going to do this about four and a half times, and we're going to ditch out through an alley that's got some really natty pavement. And you wouldn't want to be roller skiing natty pavement, and we'll just hammer straight through that just so that you can see how well and cozy you can be when you're spikeboarding, and you can handle some pretty nasty terrain if it comes at you. Not that you look for it, but when it comes to you, you can deal with it rather well. If you can't cross your tips, you can't fumble over your tips, can you? So there's no tips to cross in spikeboarding. It's skiing, guys. It is a simplified form of roller skiing, and this is one of many loops that we're demonstrating to you in the Metro Denver area. And we're making all these loops so that you can really see how accessible the cross-country ski workout is for you right out your door. So if you live in communities that look a little like this, then if you're a mama or a papa and you put the kids to bed 8 o'clock, you still have 45 minutes to do a sweet workout. Or if you're up at 5:30 and out the door at 6, you can be done by 7, and you can be getting yourself a cross-country ski workout, which, my friends, some of you may know, and those who don't know, it's very comprehensive. It's just a super comprehensive strength, endurance, and balance, and full body and constant core cardiovascular work. It's very nice. It's really, really nice language to speak. And as you can see here, this is just very casual. You're always on a board, so things are always really fun and delightful. If you've got just the bare most minimum of board skill, that's all you really need to start. And if you don't have it, don't worry. We've started people who had zero board skill, never been on a board, and imagined that they'd never get onto a board, because all those things that had been done on boards were fairly radical. And of course, nobody ever really presented the whole notion of learning to switch kick on a board. And switch kicking is the lower half of a Kubi cross stroke, and here you're watching it in conjunction with a stand-up spike stroke. And when that skateboard spike stays on that same side, it's just connecting the two strokes. So Kubi cross and then bang, straight into stand-up spike. Loops for spikeboarding and spikeboarding circuits until we fabricate a brake, a fully operational disc brake, which will go down mountains as big as the one you see right behind the athlete. You just want to choose your terrain wisely, very much like cross-country skiers or inline skaters who are out on open roads. You just need to give a little forethought to where it is that you're going, because you don't have a brake. And you could cadence brake all the way down, but heck, what's the fun in that? And loops, if you can find them with a little high side and a little bit of low side, then you can, eat your ice cream, so to speak, on the downside, and you can climb up toward the high side, do a little work. Do a little work, eat a little ice cream. Do a little work, eat a little ice cream. And what we refer to as the ice cream is the downhill carving, because it's just very casual. So it's nice, just very meditative and very just sedates you. It really does. There's not too much sedating going on when you're roller skiing and you're descending. As a matter of fact, there's a little bit of consternation most of the time There's nothing casual about descending on roller skis, unlike descending on snow skis. Very casual descending on cross-country snow skis. What's not to like? Nice, quiet winter woods. Who wouldn't want to be there? And of course, this is what this sport is really going to help you a great deal with. It's going to help you train right out your door. And since it's a lot of fun, you're going to do a lot of it. And you're just going to show up to your ski-mo sessions that much more fit. Ski mountaineering, that is. Or your cross-country snow season. Or all you alpiners. How many hours are you spending in a gym? Spend a little less in the gym. Spend a little more tapping out full-body endurance theater with functional strength in spikeboarding. It's going to help your alpine skiing tremendously. And certainly of your hockey players out there, oh, you start doing this with 5 or 6 athletes and you'll have a blast. You really, really, really will. So switch kicking, the lower half of the Kubi cross, it's just going to make you a better skater all around. Doesn't matter what kind of skater you are. And so the wonderful part of learning this physical literacy, mom and dad, for young people is that they'll have it throughout their entire lives. That's a 55-year-old athlete and seems to be working rather well. And it all starts on a scooter, mom and dad. It all starts on a scooter. So get your kids to switch kick and get them to glide on their scooters. Get them to get their nose over their knee and their knee over their toes. And then they'll be able to be that much more prepared to begin spikeboard training. So spikeboarding is like American skiing. Just think of it as 100% American-born skiing. So that's what you want to think of it as. Cross-country skiing doesn't often get thought of as a purely American sport. As a matter of fact, cross-country skiing doesn't get thought of much at all. And certainly roller skiing doesn't get any thought whatsoever. It doesn't even get thought of by cross-country skiers. And that's because cross-country skiing has had for so long a few sister sports that were less of a challenge to navigate and participate with. And that would just be cycling and inline skating. So when the season's over on snow, you know, the industry and the communities just sort of placated itself into saying, hey, basta, that's enough skiing. It's time to race bicycles and run marathons and inline skate, and the snow will come back, and I'll do a little bit of roller skiing, you know, before I tune up, you know, into my winter skiing. But that's just not enough. That's just not enough for your body. So if you cycle all summer and you inline skate, well, you're not really engaging your core, or your back, or the rest of you, whether or not you're going to ski or not. So you could take off 6 months from using your upper body. Sure, you might get into the gym and whatnot, but we hope you're enjoying these images and recognizing how casual and basic and simple it is. So the altitude's kicking our butt just a little bit. We're sea level people. And when we come here, we only got 4 days to make videos. So when you see that athlete duck down into a tuck at the top, and we're saying whoa, 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 not because of car, but because we are looking for some direction here, looking for that little alley to tuck into. We're giving a little bit of direction. And that's what that was all about back there. So behave yourself out on the street, follow the traffic regulations best you can. And here's a little alley. There we go, found it. And it's going to get a little chunky here. We're just going to stand up spike right over it. Really nasty alley chunky stuff. Just shows you how effective spikeboarding is and how casual it is. So folks, see you at the next one.